Yeah, I think I'm the 8th generation. So originally, so I think it's in our genes, the art. So if we go look back, I think 250 something years back, we originally came from Iran with this art. Like a lot of art, came from Iran because that was the hub, the culture, music, fine arts, literature. So our family was here, who came here with this art to teach. It was given to us by the British, this name, because as I told you, like this art came from, we came from Iran with this art. Like there were other arts that came, a carpet, silverware, like a lot of things came from Central Asia, like samovar, a lot of things, food and everything, came. So our family, when they started this, like they were like, when they introduced this, when you introduce something new, it's not easy, people don't listen to you, they don't agree. Any system, new system you add, you really have to, work hard to. I think I've heard the story from my grandfather. He must have heard it from his story that he said when they came that, when they started teaching people, they didn't agree. Like they were saying, "Humne nahi seekhna, we don't want to do this, ab jao wapas kahan se aaye," whatever, like galiyan bhi, galoch, everything. When I was, young, I would say 20, 30 years back, so a lot of fine work was, there were a lot of artists around, So a lot of product, paper mache. Then people used to, it was like, from father to son, it went on. And everybody worked hard because this was their livelihood. They made sure, and everybody did best. But now things are, the fineness is not there, not many people. So the production has come down, so there's still a good demand for it. Production has come down, but वो फाइननेस नहीं है. Very few people are coming, as I said earlier. बहुत कम आ रहे हैं इसमें
क्योंकि वो
mass production में हो गया. और वो to become an artist, it takes time. It's like you go to school, you start from nursery, and by the time you do your PhD, you're a very refined person, so same thing is here, you start, it takes months, years to reach that level. Unless you have that, God-gifted talent in you, so.
And जो real name, authentic word use करना better होगा. So जो authentic art जिसमें natural colors use होते हैं, ऐसा.
No, it's not done anymore. No. Whatever paints is available, people use that. It has changed over the years. It has changed.
There's like no demand for the authentic work.
Some people still are looking for old pieces, the people who are art lovers, they still want, some, if somebody has, somebody in the family might have, if they share, but not much. Most of the good stuff is in the museums all over the world. Whether it's shawls, carpets, paper mache, wood, the best pieces you'll find all over the world in different museums.
So you were telling us that you have just stopped exporting it.
No, we don't, because we can't produce in mass. We don't.
You believe in quality.
Quality. We do whatever we make. We sell here. We have people come here. They appreciate our art, and they love it, and So we don't go for, because if the moment we go for quantity, then the quality doesn't remain there. Because I don't have people to support that export. Yeah, but these Christmas balls, they're not much fineness in it. Just make a Santa, a few Christmas snowflakes. That's easier. So there's the demand, and still people are exporting.
Do you think that this is one art where machine could intervene?
I don't think because painting, I don't think there's any machine yet that will paint or something. The machine can make a shawl, it can weave a shawl, but I don't think, unless they come up with a machine that will start. The good stories is whatever we have made here, whatever people came, they loved it, they don't even believe that it was handmade. I remember we used to get foreigners here, they wouldn't believe that this is handmade. So they said, "No, you're lying, this is not handmade. How can something so beautiful and perfect be?" So then we had to take them to the workshop to show them how it was made, Then we had made a demonstration video, so because I knew. And then they used to say, if it's all handmade, why is it so cheap then? Because back in Europe and, anything handmade is skyrocketing price. But here it was like So we have these, and people appreciate it. We have not seen one person till date in my life who has not appreciated art. Whoever came, whether they bought something or didn't buy something, they appreciate it. They said, this is beautiful art, we love it. So that always encouraged us, when you have appreciation, you want to do better. So I think that, so our family always made sure they do quality, they never compromised with quality. I mean, so that's how then we always get people, so I hope, people will realize that this is part of our culture, this is history, this is what we are known worldwide as because of our art, Art, has no boundaries. People come and they appreciate art, they love art, they encourage art. I hope it survives and,
So our schemes are not craft centric, they are applicable across the board, they are applicable to all the artisans. And we have a huge base of artisans, and we have about 3,15,000 artisans registered with the department. And after the introduction or the promulgation of handicraft handloom policy of 2020, number of schemes were launched to ensure that the economic upliftment of the handicraft happens and the handicraft artisans happen. The first scheme which we launched is the financial assistance to the cooperative societies, wherein we provide financial support to the societies. We make societies minimum number of artisans has to be 10, and then once they are registered under a cooperative society, they are provided financial assistance. That's one. Second is then artisan credit card. The artisan credit card, the ticket size is 1,80,000, and we cover the interest subvention to the extent of 7% for a span of 5 years for the artisans to ensure that they are able to purchase raw material. So artisan credit card is the second scheme. Third scheme is that we provide 10% incentive on GI certified products for the exports. Any exporter can avail that. Then the fourth scheme is the education scheme, wherein we cover the educational expenses of the children, maximum of 2 children for the artisans. And the last scheme is the Karkhandar scheme, wherein we declare the workspaces of awardees, national awardees, state awardees, Shilp Gurus as Karkhanas, and wherein they can train people, they can ensure the skill upgradation of the artisans, and they are paid stipend. Both artisan as well as the trainer as well as the trainee are provided stipend. We, as far as the functions of department is concerned, we run about 435 centers across Kashmir, wherein we teach young generation different crafts. And this program has been going on an average per year we train about 7,000 to 8,000 young boys and girls in crafts. Additionally, talking about the cooperative societies, we have in the last 3 years alone, we have registered more than 4,000 societies, and we have provided them the financial support to the extent of 25 crores. So that has somehow rejuvenated the ecosystem, and after a gap of 5 years, our exports are showing increase. So the figures of 22-23 were out. We registered 98% of increase in the exports. So primarily the handicraft handloom policy has been announced to rejuvenate the whole handicraft ecosystem, and enhancement of the exports is one of the you can say result of this policy. Apart from that, we also, Srinagar is declared as a UNESCO Creative City for Craft, and in recognition of the UNESCO Creative City, we have launched number of craft tours, and one of the tours is in Zadibal, wherein we focus on paper mache. We have additionally also tried to support the paper mache artisans by giving them a common facility center, which is functioning in Baghi Ali Mardan Khan. Plus, we are the only place in the country who have 7 crafts which are GI certified, which includes Pashmina, Kani, Sozni, paper mache, walnut, Khatamband and carpet. These are our 7 crafts that have been GI, and then we have 6 more crafts. So total of 13 crafts we are GI tagging and QR code through a QR code based application. Where we do not have the GI, we have introduced a QR code, and by virtue of that we are ensuring that the customer trust is earned back, and we have a certification center at Baghi Ali Mardan Khan where we do all the testing and GI tagging is done, and that facility has come up, and the focus is about on all crafts, and paper mache being one of them. In JTFRP, another program which we run is called a Jahlim Tawi Flood Recovery Project. There is one cluster which is working in Zadibal area, and who have done a lot of prototyping, have bought new products, and which are appealing to the contemporary markets, even overseas markets. So the hand holding is going on, but we need to you can say broaden its ambit and scope.